Oh no, I'm still feeling a certain type of way. What's up, guys? That guy with a pencil here. Fun fact, I do too. I cut into myself there. Door. I swung that way too hard at you, boy. But fun fact, I do have it too. Have it on me and keep it on me at all times. Another fun fact. Ow! I'm sorry. Like, if you're wondering what happened, this part, I swung it and my arm was up, so it got me right here, right here in my arm. So that hurt a little bit, but of course, you know what time it is. It's peak every week. We're pretty strong. And once again, I gotta talk about like, I saw y'all in the comments. Y'all were definitely just, some of y'all agree with me. It did feel a little bit freaked and geeked, and a lot of y'all did kind of. But then again, I ran the poll the next day, and a lot of y'all were like, "Hey, I don't care. He's at top spot. It don't matter. His reaction's good. He made it to the top, even if it is shared." Man. And someone made the perfect comment. They said, if Isagi was presented first, if Isagi was number 1 and then Rin was joint number 1, then I think me and everybody else would have had a much more positive reaction. And yeah, it is. I'm happy for, and that's the one thing I'll say, because I have a friend of mine who's a Rin Glazer. I see the Rin Glazers in the comments. I'm happy for every Rin Glazer out there. And like I mentioned last video, ultimately, even I kind of predicted that Rin wasn't really going to be power crept. Like, he's too important. And once again, the only time I could ever see Rin getting power crept is when we wrap up his arc with Sei, which isn't happening for like another 300 chapters. And you may be like, Pencil Man, we aren't even at chapter 300 yet. Yeah, that's how long I think it's going to be. We're going to have the entire U20 World Cup arc, and then we're probably going to have a club arc, and then we're probably going to go into like the main World Cup arc. So like, we are not seeing that for a while. So with that being the case, Rin cannot be crept. He cannot be removed as a narrative threat. And at the same time, the big thing about Isagi is the whole journey to number 1. So like, that's the thing. It makes sense, and that's the biggest thing. My mind knows that it's logical, but my heart, I know my heart is way lower than this, but my heart is like in a completely different spot where I'm like, I get it. It's a logical writing decision. It feeds into Rin and Isagi being the main rivalry. As much as I am a Kaisagi Glazer in terms of their writing as rivals and nothing else, I don't know. I'm not. I mean, to each their. I ain't leaning rocket with Kaisagi. I get it. It's BL, whole bunch of BL, but no. But with it being the case, even with me thinking that Kaiser and Isagi have the best rivalry and the best like multi-game structured arc in the entire series as rivals, and I find it way more interesting than literally every other rivalry Isagi's ever had, because it feels the most rivalry-esque from start to finish in a way. I can't lie to you and say that Rin's not the main rival. Like, that's what he's set up to be. Even more than arguably the big man here at the start of this chapter. So like, it makes so much sense. I'm just not leaning and rocking with it like I should. Once again, let me see this chapter, and then give me like 3 weeks. I'll probably be glazing it. Because this is the thing. Right now, I'm glazing it in the sense that it makes sense narratively. It just doesn't feel satisfying to me. But give me time. Unfortunately, I'm one of those people who like can't hold long negative emotions, or like even like neutral emotions. I typically fade into positivity. So give me some time, Rin fans. Give me some time. I'll celebrate with you soon enough. But let's not waste any more time. Let's hop right into chapter 296. Brains are boiling. All their matches finish, and Italy looks at Isagi at number 1. Joint number 1. Come on now, narrator, get that text right. But look at Isagi freaking and geeking live on the pitch. Let's see. Isagi did it! Finish him with 240 million. Aiku's like, and I was supposed to stop that guy. He's like, what on earth? I was supposed to beat that. I'm like, dog. Aiku's genuinely bamboozled. That's right, you donkey. That means number 1. That's the number 1. Look at, you know what? That's the thing. I think the main I feel so bad. I wish I could go back in time and be like, hey, pass me. Stop being mean to Barou. Because he's grown on me so much. And I think it is literally a case of absence making the heart grow fonder. I had so much Barou exposure, and I just wasn't like the hugest fan of the guy. He wasn't a chair. Why do you make so much noise? It's because I'm moving around too much in it. But like, I wasn't the biggest Barou guy ever. But I think Ubers, because he was the only striker on that team for real, like it was just super Barou overexposure. So once I got a break from him, once I started reflecting, once I did a bit of a reread of Ubers and like looked into the narrative aspects of it, and I talked with some Barou fans, like I do like the character a whole lot more now. And one aspect that people have pointed out to me, ever since Isagi beat him the first time, Barou has always respected Isagi. Sure, he insults him, he calls him a screw up, he calls him a donkey, like he does all these insults things, but it's very specifically in good faith. If that sounds weird, like insulting somebody in good faith. You never had a rival. If you've ever had, not even a rival, you've never had a good friend, you know? Like, you can be insulted by anybody on the street. They can walk down and just be like, yeah, ugly, and then bada bing, bada boom. But it always hits different when your homie, the man or woman or whatever, who you've known for a whole long time or at all, hit you with an insult that's personal. That's deep. That's proper. And that's the thing with Barou, right? Ultimately, he respects Isagi. He's been respected Isagi. And I think he kind of knew. Like kind of like, Barou almost feels like an in-universe version of a lot of us Isagi fans, where we're like, he was going to be number one. He was going to make it there. He was going to win the New Elitist League. We've been do that. So now all we're doing is waiting to see everybody else catch up and everybody else react. And Barou's here catching up and reacting. But let's see. That's the number one I'm chasing after. You know, and that's the thing. I give respect to Barou. That goes to show how far the character has come. He's not angry about it. He's not delusional, being like, well, I'm still the real number one in my heart, you know. Obviously, I'm the king, so I have to be better than even the Demon King. Yo, honestly though, Isagi taking the title of Demon King, definitely like, The thing is though, Isagi really has been a title poacher when you think about it. Kunigami was playing the hero, and then he kind of fell off, and then Isagi became Blue Lock's hero, and then Barou was always the king, but then Rin hit Isagi with the Demon King title, and that's kind of how I've seen Isagi referred to. I always try to call him, especially like in my overdramatic chapter title reviews, I always call him like the heroic Demon King or something like that. Like I always try to, I glaze. I'm not gonna sit here and lie about it. I'm not gonna try and deny it. I glaze. And with that being the case, with my glaze, I can wholeheartedly admit, I always try to give him like the full name, Heroic Demon King or something like that, or the Demonic Hero King. Demonic Hero King sounds better than Heroic Demon King. I don't know. It sounds more edgy. But with it being the case, Barou, man, are you even the king anymore? Like Kaiser, he's got Emperor. Kings and Emperors, they're close, but they're different, right? Like Isagi didn't poach that. Now that he's the Demon King of Blue Lock, man, Barou, who are you? King of Darkness? Okay, and like Barou, get your game up, man. Get your game up. But let's see. It feels too good. But like, not even the select. Well, I'm gonna give it a little bit more time. But the thing is, the one thing I'll admit I expected from Isagi having to share number one. Well, you know, I'm gonna give it time. Maybe he's gonna be like, it feels so good, but I'm not done yet, because like, he's not number one. Like, he's not listed number one. He is number one, but he's not number one. You know what I'm talking about? It's like, there's a reason I made last week's chapter's password consolation prize. Because, like, if you're sharing something, you're not leading in something. Right? Like, for anyone who's had a co-lead on any sort of project you've had to work on, you're not the leader, you're a co-leader. Like you're the head of the group, but you're not the head of the group, if you know what I'm talking about. And that's not a bad thing in like business, but very specifically for a manga, and especially a character like Isagi who's all about being number one, getting number one, staying number one. Like, you're 1B, bro. You aren't even 1A, you're 1B. But let's see. It feels too good. I endured everything. Adapted. He is tweaking. He is tweaking a little bit. Let's see. Perfectly crushed them with logic. This pleasure is only mine. It's coming from my hunger. It's crazy. Right now, everyone in this world can definitely feel it. My complete originality. Okay, Chief. Okay, Chief. You got it, gang. But like, calm it down a little bit, bro. I'm joking though. Like, and another thing that people pointed out, and I think the biggest reason why Isagi's so hyped and geeked and stuff like that, he really is a story of starting from the bottom. Now he's here, right? Like he truly has been, always will be, and has never stopped being in the depths, in the darkness. Gosh darn it, he started off at 299. That man came up from the trenches of the trenches. So to even be joint number one, he was once joint last place, essentially. Even if he was solidly 299, he was solidly 300. He was joint last place. And now he's joint first place. So yeah, and that's the thing about the Neo Egoist League as a whole. It truly is a journey of Isagi sort of affirming and developing his nature as Blue Lock's number one and the hero who will guide Japan into a U20 World Cup win. Do I want him to win the U20 World Cup? You didn't hear it from me. I don't know how else you would hear my opinion if not from me. But you didn't hear it from me. But kind of not really. But at the same time, he's meant to be the hero that will change Japan. And while that was hinted at the end of the U20 World Cup arc, the Neo Egoist League is him solidifying that, showing that, proving it logically, as he puts it. And notably, yeah, all the characters shown here, he did very specifically overcome, or not even overcome, but really outthink in means and metrics of logic. For Noel Noah, he logically worked. Well, the funny thing is with Noah was operating logically too. He just didn't really expect Isagi to overcome his logical inhibitions and stuff like that. Like, Noah really believed that, it's what am I here for? Isagi, the guy's not even 6 foot. I gotta invest all my stocks in Kaiser. And Isagi was like, I bet. I'ma logically outthink you, gang. There ain't nothing you can do about that. And there was nothing Noah could do about that. He had to respect the hustle. Obviously, Loki himself, this fella right here, he never really had to respect the hustle, weirdly enough. Like, it was fine. He hated the fact that he was kind of right. But, like, he didn't really get to crash out back. But either way, he was still forced to acknowledge he had to walk off the pitch knowing that he was humbled by a 17-year-old, even though they're both 17, so that makes sense. Ren did just get out logic, gang. Like unfortunately, that man, he lost himself a little bit too much to the sauce, and thusly couldn't really logic his way out of anything there. He kind of just had to hold that L, that thick, juicy, meaty L, even though that's the thing, and it's why I don't really blame Rin for still having number one as well. I keep going back to the whole idea that I'm not blaming Rin or blaming Rin fans for being hyped and gassed. He did have a really dominant performance against Isagi specifically. Isagi did have to take another one of the best U20 players out there, if not the best U20 player out there, to fight Rin as a 2v1. So, like, even still, by using that logic and playing Kaiser logically based on his understanding of Kaiser and his own egos and Rin's own ego, he was able to out-logic and outthink Rin as well. And of course, Kaiser himself, that man was played. If I had a fiddle, I'd hit it real quick. Like, legitimately, that man was used, manipulated, gaslit, gaslit, gatekept, and girl bossed right out of the victory. Like, you saw you really extended his hand to that man and said, come on, work with me. You know you wanna. Come on, let's not play these games. Come on. Come here. And then he, of course, ripped him up nice and easy. But then, obviously, Ness himself, he was the last victim. And notably, he was a victim twice over. Isagi tried to use him, failed, and then instead of attempting to use him organically again, he manipulated him, using his logic and understanding of Ness's loyalty to Kaiser by literally mutating and transforming into Kaiser. So, like, literally, yeah, everyone shown this puzzle piece, everyone on the pitch, everyone in this game, they did fall to the mental power of Isagi Yuichi. That is a true, actual, factual. And just as a feat, to be able to outplay and beat the expectations of the number one striker in the world, the next greatest threat to the number one striker in the world, the other number one of Blue Lock, definitively, the greatest U20 striker out there, and the one in the new Gen World 11, and mentally gaslight, gatekeeping, girl boss, a whole other individual that isn't like anyone too crazy in regards to like scaling and stuff like that, but still top of the line. Yeah, maybe Isagi does deserve just a little teeny tiny bit of self-glaze. That was quick. Gosh darn, we're not even a third way through the chapter. We're hitting the chapter title. But Isagi. I'll admit, I try to very specifically avoid spoilers in general, just because, like, spoilers bad for a man who does live reactions and stuff. But my friends who also do read Blue Lock, they'll send me out of context stuff. I mentioned this before. All my friend sent me was an image of the manga panel from Tokyo Ghoul of Kaneki saying, I am a ghoul. He didn't send any other context, and I was like, what on earth? And notably, he didn't even caption it Blue Lock, because like they all read the leaks. And, I used to read leaks for like JJK and stuff like that, but I'm doing mostly live reactions. The only one I don't do is 4 Nights, because I do like a live reaction for patrons and members. But would it be the case, He didn't even like capture it. He just dropped it to me on like leaks day, and I was like, "What manga could this apply to? What manga could this apply? Why are we ghouling? Why are we ghouling everywhere?" And this is why we're ghouling everywhere. Isagi is literally becoming. My brain is boiling. Tweaking live on air. Isagi, you are still in public, bro. But let's see. But you know, I respect it, right? Like the sheer euphoria that you get when everything goes according to Keikaku is crazy. Like I can't even lie. Especially in regards to things that involve other people, the amount of euphoria you get when you beat somebody, or especially beat multiple people, if you yourself overcome a group of people, it goes crazy. I even go lie to you. There was nothing more satisfying than leaving like Group B for Group A back in my track days, where I was like, oh, I just ran fast enough that I cleared the gap. I'm no longer one of you. The person who's behind me by a decent margin, you can take this group over, gang. I'm gonna go struggle and fight for like last or second to last place in Group A now. Doses. Like there's something that goes crazy. And obviously that was me in high school track. Yo, Isagi, he bested some of the apexes of his universe. Of course, his brain is boiling. He's genuinely tweaking out right now. But let's see. The best me from then is updating. Yep, from the start to the middle of Blue Lock. Actually, no, that's still pretty early on in Blue Lock. Then to U20 match to now. Oh yeah, he tweaking. Isagi, the cameras are rolling, bro. The cameras are stop drooling. Stop huffing. In pursuit of this pleasure, I'll surely reach the. Okay, there it is. There. All right. Yeah, me worried there for a second. He's number one, but he's like, we ain't done. We still growing. We ain't until truly being the best in the world isn't a shared title. Until he is. We're cutting right back to Barcha. But until being number one truly is what he is entirely. Best in the world, apex of humanity, top of the line, divine style stuff, where he truly is Himothy Herner, beyond every single shadow of a doubt. This ain't nothing but a stepping stone. Another cobblestone on the road to becoming number one. I can respect that. Let's go more. All right. Isagi, never mind. Keep tweaking out right now on the pitch. Go absolutely insane. Go absolutely crazy. Go absolutely boogie bonkers. I respect it, Buckaroo. I respect it. But let's see. We're cutting right back to Barcha. Wait. Hold on. Yeah. Let's go. The monster has arrived. I've heard Bachiro's dub voice. Why is it so nasally? Like notably, what was the other? I heard Heisuke from Sakamoto Days dub voice. And like, I don't know why. I was expecting like a completely different voice coming out of that guy's mouth, but like I actually like his voice more than the voice I do for Heisuke Sakamoto Days. So I may like even update my Heisuke voice. But for Bachira, I heard him in English dub, and I was like, I mean, like no offense to the voice actor, he does a fantastic job with the lines and the voice he's doing, but I'm like, why direct him that way? It sounds like he needs to blow his nose like all the time. I'm not sure. I haven't listened to the Japanese dub. You know, once again, I don't really watch the anime. But at the same time, I was like, gang, what is happening? Why are we like this? It blew my mind. I was like, why are we like? It was specifically, I think it was the Shido scene I saw where he was like walking up about to fight Shido, and I was like, dog, I couldn't take you seriously. I'd hand you a tissue. You want to run my fade, man? Run to the bathroom and blow your nose, buddy. But let's see. Let's go. The monster has arrived. All right. Okay, so we're gonna get Bachira and Otoya versus Reo and Agi. Let's see. He's super fast. I mean, like, that's kind of his whole thing, yeah. Like he do be balling. Everybody do obviously Bachira hat trick ain't happening, but like, please let Barcha wait for the character development, bro. Nagi comeback is cool, but just with Chigiri scoring that first goal, we don't even need a gang. We don't even need a gang. Let Barcha win. Really let Manshine take the fattest, meatiest out. Because like all the major characters, like we're not losing Nagi, we're not losing Reo, we're not losing Chigiri. Like no one went into the New Aegis League expecting to lose any of those characters. It's not happening. So like, let Barcha get a dub. Not that Otoya or Bachira need it. Like they're also safe, but like, put Nagi in the trenches. Let's press him! Seishiro! Oh. That is because of the translation. Let's press him, Seishiro! Yep. Oh, okay. So, have they reconciled their differences a little bit? Are they finally willing to work together again? Oh! Bachira! Bachira said, wait. Y'all gon'... Okay, what is with me and hurting myself in this review? What's with me and hurting myself in this review? I almost rolled over a majority of my toe. I rolled over my toenail, but like, darn. That's the second time in this review. First I opened up, hurt myself, and then I almost crushed my poor toe. I would have lost that toe. Woo. Oh, thankfully I stopped. Golly. Shout out to the pain receptors. Well, let's see. The whirl around Agi, man, but you know that's smart, because one of Agi's biggest things is that he has like a fantastic vert, so to go low against him, and then to go high against Nagi, who goes in for the slide tackle. Ah! Bacho with the mix-ups. He said, high, low. Nah, gang. Low, high. I see you, Bacho with the mix-ups. I see you. You've been playing fighters, haven't you? Lift in a roulette? Yeah. But that's the thing. Mad Doctor, you didn't study tech? You didn't watch his film? Like, obviously, I know you probably didn't, because you was like, oh, he lost every single game. But so did you! So, like, you should have been reviewing tech. You should have been prepared for the mix-ups. That's Bacho's whole thing. Like, where Yuki Maya doesn't really mix you up, he kind of just blitzes, which is funny because Bacho is also taking on like a speedier aesthetic here. But where Yuki Maya's dribbling is like very efficient and always works in a way to try and blitz around you. Man, Bacho, he's hitting you with the mix-ups at all times. Of course, it's fast mix-ups. If a mix-up isn't fast, it doesn't really work. Like, you can't just walk up to somebody and 2M them or walk up and jumping end them. Like, no, you do need to be fast with it 9 out of 10 times. But for Bacho, that man, he just be schmixing. Let's see. Yahoo! I'm sorry. I can't hit the Bacho noises, though. I'm sorry. Let's see. Whoa! Okay. Bacho, hold on, buddy. Let me remind you of how many games you've won. Sorry, I went for the Neo Tribe. But, like, 0. You're a what? Hop off your own tip, gang. You're playing against Agi, who's not like fodder, but he's not really outside the title of the Mad Doctor. He ain't nobody. And washed Nagi. Like, and you're a deity for that. You're a god. Well, I mean, I'm all for self-confidence. I'm very much like, hype yourself up. You got to be your own biggest hype man. I also do temper that out with like, you got to be your own biggest hater. But like, that's a me thing. Don't hate yourself. The world do that. You're enough for yourself. I'm only my own biggest hater because I'm like, do it, gosh darn it. Bet you won't. And like, for some reason, I can reverse psychology myself. The amount of times I've recorded because I was like, I bet you won't record today, and I was gonna be like, how dare me? How dare I say that? And then I go record anyway. But with that being the case, hop off your own tip, gang. You want to be proud of yourself. You want to have respect for yourself. You do want to You want to give yourself just the right amount of glaze. Like, you don't want to super glaze yourself, like Omega Squeeze that you're drowning the donut to the point where you just see straight white. You don't even see the donut anymore. Though admittedly, it does sound delicious. But then again, I'm a sugar addict, so like, don't take my word for anything. But you don't want to be giga glazing yourself. Maybe double layered, maybe even a triple layer glaze, depending on how good you're doing. But Bacho, you at best earned a single layer glaze, dog. Like, you have not won a single game. Let's see. Awesome. Yeah, okay, but see, Nagi's hopping on his tip too. So like, then again, no, you be hopping on everybody's tip. Yeah, you are quite literally for the streets. And the crazy thing is, in the context of love, that's not even like wrong. Like, Nagi, really, you want to talk about homie hopping in BL? It's Nagi Sashiro, dog. But let's see. Oh, and a straight goal from that range. Okay. Like, looks like he's on the penalty line. All right, Bacho. Okay, Bacho. Then again, this goalie sucks. Let's see. Once again, though, I love the angling, the dynamism. Fun fact, breaking that a little bit. I recorded Shinobi Undercovers, which dropped this week, right before this, and one of the things I point out in that manga that's meant to be the Tadashi Sensei and also Yusuke Nomura does very, very well, both of the artists of those series. They do such a fantastic job with dynamic posing for these characters. Like, the line to 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 line. Like, this is such a dynamic, well-drawn pose. Even this angle for Nagi, like those under the chin angles, the more he really used to struggle with, but like he leveled up his game viciously overall. Like, if you look at early Blue Lock compared to modern Blue Lock, it's like two completely different artists. Like obviously the characters look the same, but like two complete, like early Barou and current Barou, you could tell me they were drawn by completely different guys, and I would not. Well, I know now, but like, I would not assume you're lying. Let's see. That's it, monster. It's super fun. I'm joining in. Okay, love it. You've also taken nothing but L's. You sure you're cooking? But let's see. Is Prince hopping in too? Okay, Lovey. It's Master Showtime. All right. So they're all logging in. Let's see. Okay, 1-1. All right. So not too much time has passed. We're actually getting a decent chunk of this game. So that's the question. That's the thing I do wonder. How is episode Nagi going to cover this in 5 years? And I do mean 5 years. We are not getting this point in episode Nagi forever. But let's see. The situation is changing. That's right, Nagi. Let's see how you adapt. Focus, Shishiro. Is it for the team or for your own goals? Half measures will ruin you. Yeah. I don't know. How do I think about that? But no, it is true. I am very much. I mentioned it before. I'm an all or nothing kind of guy. Like, I have to hard commit to a bit, or I can't commit at all. I can't go halfway. Like, for those who wonder, hey, Pencil, why do you post every day? I have to. If I don't post every day, I will not be consistent. For those who have been around on the channel for a long time, I know there's some of y'all who do watch the Blue Lock reviews, and heck, now technically Blue Lock is kind of like one of the ancient series now. Like, I've been reviewing, like, there's over 100 videos in the playlist. I've been reviewing this for like nearly 3 years at this point. But with it being the case, if you've been around on the channel for a while, if you've been here since the Elden days, your boy was not posting consistently, and because of that, I never had like any schedule of sorts. Like, you'd get a Pencil video whenever. But then I was like, okay, I gotta log in. And I've logged in ever since. And I've tried to post every single day because it's just easier for me. I'm all or nothing. So, bada bing, bada boom, I'm all. Same thing for even me, like, going to the gym recently. I go every single day. I know rest days are, like, required. But not only do I, like, organically get rest days eventually, just because, you know, sometimes I literally can't go if, like, it just doesn't work in schedule that day. Or I'm just not home and I can't go to the local gym. But if I don't go every single day, I will be like, whatever, you know, I didn't go today. So I probably won't go tomorrow either. Or I probably won't go tomorrow either. Like, of course, it is as simple as just gaslighting myself and be like, okay, you missed yesterday, go twice as hard today. But it just doesn't work like that for me. I'm all or nothing. So even for the gym, I'm very, hello, and I just throw everything at it. And admittedly, it's had good results. Yeah, peep the gains. Honestly, though, the gains I'm most proud of are your boys back. Your boy's back, low-key looking back. I'm not gonna take the shirt off, but like, when I'm flexing, passive back is like fine. It's not anything too crazy. But like, active back, yo, low-key, the muscle definition goes crazy. The only thing I want like more defined pectorals, and I want my arm gains back. Like they're here. Like there's definition there. But like, I want my veins back. Gosh darn it. I know I have vascularity. Young me had vascularity. It's in there. I know it's in there. My dad is super vascular too. I know you're there. Just wake up, come back. And like, they'll occasionally pop up. Like, I do just gotta like flex it a little bit. In fact, look at that, boom. Like, it's like pumping up a tire. Like, it's hard to tell because of the lack of camera definition and also like the weird angles. But like, I promise, the veins are there. They just aren't visible. They like to hide. So I'm trying to get down low enough, weight wise, that they're not gonna be like, hey, we're here, constantly. So hopefully that'll happen eventually. But let's see. Half measures will ruin you. Shut up, Aki. Stay. But like, here's the thing. He's like Reo. I don't get that. I understand you not wanting to have Agi lead Nagi. Even though Agi wasn't even trying to lead Nagi, he was just trying to get Loggy. Just because he's taking L's doesn't mean he's Loggy. Well, maybe he is. But I don't get excluding someone who wants to help you. And especially excluding someone who is guiding you. Like, notably, I get it, you know, unwanted guidance is bad, right? Like, I feel bad for anyone who's in the gym and then someone randomly walks up to them and says, you could be doing this better. And of course, you know, personally, whenever that happens, well, I think about it. Most people don't approach me in the gym because, like, I go fully suited up, like, sweatpants, hoodie, gloves, like I'm suited up and I don't really smile in the gym. Like, I'm not very, like, hi, hello. Unless I'm, like, taking the machine from somebody, then I'll be like, oh, thank you very much. Well, 9 out of 10 times, I'm just sitting there with my headphones on, like, lift weight. Keep lifting weight. Keep lifting weight. Like I do be mean mugging all the time in the gym. So no one's ever like approached me and said like, hey, you could be doing this better. But I feel bad for people who do experience that, especially when they don't want. Unsolicited advice is bad. But at the same time, like, Agi isn't hurting. And notably, Reo, keeping Nagi on a leash literally isn't healthy for him. Like, he can benefit from external stimuli. Heck, Nagi only awakened and grew in the first place because of external stimuli. Reo, you are not helping him. And like, maybe Reo understands that and just doesn't care. But that doesn't seem like Reo. He loves him some Nagi. So, like, I feel like Reo, especially with how logical he typically is, he should realize that Agi trying to help Nagi focus and lock in, which is something that Nagi's been struggling with ever since he, quote-unquote, beat Isagi, is actually a good thing. It's something he should be encouraging. And if anything, after you've lost every single one of your games, you should probably realize, well, maybe fighting against our team isn't a good thing, because we aren't BM. Where the team's just so stacked and good anyway that they can win while fighting each other. Let's see. I still can't do anything. Even an assist will be fine now. I'll contribute and raise my value. See, and like, I get that though. Sometimes you do have to move more logically than emotionally. That is the thing that is just like a font of life, a case of life, where you gotta lock in, you gotta move, you gotta focus, just based on what you yourself can do. I personally believe 9 out of 10 times, if you're ever struggling in something, take a step back from you, the individual, and look at you as the asset, the tool, what skills you have. Are you good at math? Focus on that. Good at science? Focus on that. Good at English? Focus on that. Like, if you're struggling in something, redefine who you are by acknowledging what you are and what you're good at and what you're bad at. That is a true thing. And ultimately, that's what Nagi's doing. He just knows he's not him right now. So you gotta lock in. I've had those moments in my life. I still have them occasionally now where I'm like, man, who am I? Like, I am that guy with the pencil. I do have it on me and keep it on me at all times, but like, what does that mean for my heart? Who am I beneath the pencil? If you take away my pencil, who am I? What am I? A whole variety of things, but still, I have my introspective moments. Let's see. I'll contribute and raise my value, and we'll survive with. See, that's the thing, though. Like, it's cool to have homies. It's cool to rely on your homies. I rely on all my homies for a variety of different reasons. But I don't know. And it's mainly because I was raised in a household where, like, self-individuality, as much as I am my parents' child, my grandparents' grandchild, my uncle's nephew, and my cousin's cousin, obviously, and uncle to some in my own bloodline. But, like, as much as I am all that, I still am me. Those are all simply pieces of me, but I still am me. I was always raised to be very individualistic. Don't necessarily follow a crowd, but, like, do your own thing. And if you're going to walk down a path that's been trodden before, walk it in your own way. So, like, I've never necessarily been the biggest fan of hard attaching everything you stand for and all your values to another person. And I think that's why I personally struggle to like Reo and Nagi as a dynamic as much as the Rocky shippers out there do. Like, it's never hit for me personally because I've never found that healthy. And you're looking at a guy who does want to fall in love one day and who does want to be able to give myself wholesale to somebody else, but, like, not in this way. It just seems, it reads as so unhealthy to me. And I think that's intentional. I don't think Kaneshiro Sensei isn't a whack writer. He knows exactly what he's doing when he's presenting it this way. But the question is, what will that cost? And how much will it cost? Because it's not going to cost him getting kicked out of Blue Lock. The lowest I see Nagi going is like 22. Like he's fine. Like, he's not dropping out of the top 23. Neither is Reo. They'll be fine. No doubt. In fact, Reo just got an assist. He's fine. But I don't know. Especially with us going into the U20 World Cup arc right after this. How is Nagi gonna reawaken? Let's see. Whoa! To be fair, I'd be also genuinely terrified if this 6'4" gargantuan beast of a man leaps this high into the air to inverse trap the ball with the outside of his foot. I'd be terrified too. Let's see. Nice, Nagi! Strike through and direct 1-2 pass! This pass pattern. I saw what you hear at the bottom. But this pass pattern, I've seen it more times than my parents, Nagi Reo. Oh, that's an interesting ship name. I call it Roggy. What again? What is the ship name for those two? Is it Neo? Neo? Because we say Reo, we don't say Rio. What is... I don't know. Once again, I don't actually dive too deep into shipping discourse. I read romance manga, but, like, that's where I get my, like, shipping fix, so I don't actually, like, engage too much in shipping and non-romance manga, and even some romance manga I don't really care all too much. But, like, I call it Roggy. What is the canonical ship name? Or, not obviously not canonical, but, like, what is it? Because I feel like Nagi Reo is just too plain. That's, like, literally just fusing their names. But that is crazy. I've seen it more times than my parents. I mean, sometimes that'd be true. Like, you ever sit down and think about the fact that you spend more time with your coworkers than you've done practically ever with your family? Like, it is weird. The 40-hour work week, while much better than what used to be, like, you spend a fat chunk of time with people you're not related to. And you may be like, well, my entire childhood, like, were you really spending every waking second of your day with your parents? Maybe when you were a baby, but, like, even once you branched out, I don't know. I love my parents, and they spent a whole bunch of time with me. But like, wasn't every waking moment, but every time I drive into work, like, same people, same day, over and over again, looped at infinitum. I have to do that for the next couple decades, gosh darn, in order to live. And no matter what, when I change jobs, that scenario is always going to be the case. So it is a funny truth. We'll see. Same trick won't work on me twice. Okay. What on earth was that? Well, is this going to be Otoya getting his lick back? Someone had pointed out to me in the episode Nagi review that yes, in fact, Karasu and Otoya promised going to get their lick back. It did work when they got their lick back against Nagi in third selection. But I wonder if this is going to be another lick back against Nagi, where Otoya's like, I'm going to diff you and give you back shots, not the ones that Reo gives you. Mine will be painful and done with kunai. Let's see. What? He read it? No, duh, Reo. You do the same thing. Let's see. A shadow move. Cut in for my blind spot. That's kind of his whole thing. He is a ninja, after all. Let's see. No. Let's see. Otoya and Bachira are getting fired up in the climax. I get that. But you know what? I'll admit, it does hurt when you understand something, but there's not much you can do about it. Like you ever, especially for anyone who does play anything competitive or do anything competitive, you ever been able to tell, I'm not built for this right now. Like ultimately, even if you were to somehow go beyond, plus ultra break your limits, you just can't do it. Like, I've had that moment many times where I'm playing, like say for recent example, like I'll play a game and I'll be like, I'm not in it. For a more recent example, I've been playing Showdown a whole lot recently, and I've been messing around with a specific team comp in OU, and I've been running. I'm in the high 1500s right now. Your boy's doing pretty solid, but it is a struggle sometimes. I'm around there, and sometimes you can tell early on in the game we're like, okay, I got this, but then sometimes you'll lose anyway. Like there was a game I played recently where I was doing pretty darn good, and then right towards the end, they sent out Dragonite. And I was like, oh, okay, 4 times weakness, I got Cure him in, there's nothing he can one-shot me with, let me boom him. But he Terra grounded. So he got rid of the 4 times ice weakness. And even though I was plus 2. No, I wasn't plus 2. I had Terra iced my Curum. It was choice specs. I was clicking Ice Beam. I was trying to catch a body, gosh darn it. But because of multi-scale and only a 1 times, 2 times weakness, it lived. Even though my Curum was technically at like plus 2 special attack. And the thing was, it was behind an Aurora Veil. So it ate it, and it already got a Dragonite up when I swapped in the Curum to try and slaughter the Dragonite before it did anything. It got 2 Dragonances up, had Terra grounded, then it clicked Earthquake and wiped my entire team. That was like a second to last mon. I was so close to winning. But you get to those moments where you're like, he got that. And it really is. Especially in Pokemon, it is so easy to snowball. Like, I still need to try and figure out a team with like a Roaring Moon or a Dragonite. For some reason, it just doesn't click with me. I'm really bad at like reading when to set up. Unless, I don't know, sometimes though, my Swords Dance Iron Valiant doesn't go crazy. It has steamrolled and Raffle Stomped me some games. But like, the amount of times I've been swept by a poor read into a double D-danced Roaring Moon or a double D-danced Dragonite, it hits. Because sometimes you simply aren't fast enough. It doesn't take much. It takes those two with their high base attack and their high enough speed, and you can just get swept. It's rough. But let's see. Is he going to get swept here? Come on, Nagi. Speed up! Blow them away with imagination. Oh, now you're locked in lava. It's the last game and you've lost all of them. Let's see. There you go. With pleasure. Oh, Prince? Prince, you about to get cooked by Otoya? No. Prince, you're on television, bro. Prince, you're on television, bro, please. That is the fire. Okay, Bachira with the cross. That is the fire of those two who believe. They're the center of the world. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I hate to do it to him, but I think I gotta do it to him. Chris Prince, I hereby decree, you are on Fraud Watch. Isn't even a watch anymore, gang. You've lost all your games. You got cooked by Otoya. What? And it doesn't even look like he's in flow. These aren't flow eyes. I don't see a lick of flow eyes. This is just casual base Otoya getting Raffle Stomped by Chris. Otoya! Akuna, Matata, Akuna, your mom, you got Prince. Can't save him. He don't want to be saved. Can't save him. This is the second time you've been cooked by a teenager within the past 3 months, Chris Prince. Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Did Barou cook you too off screen? What's happening? What's that, Prince? Not second best striker in the world. I'm not sure that's even true anymore, dog. What? What? I know he's a striker. He's not a defensive player, but still, your ability got cooked by Otoya. Did he use him as leverage? He held Prince back. Loki used him as mid-air leverage. Prince, you're trash. Let's see. We got the lead. One more to go. Okay, Otoya, put that tongue away. Don't be freaky like Rin. Let's see. Oh, no, you better cook. You better cook. Let's see. A super... Really? Was that a super... Well, I guess, kind of. Yeah. Immediately hitting a mid-air direct shot off... Yeah, a mid-air direct shot off the second best striker in the world, right in front of one of the best U20 defenders in the world, because this is the Doberman guy. Yeah, actually... I hate to say, this dude low-key counted as a super goal. I'll tell you, he really cooked. All right, let's see. A super goal. Who are you? No! We're at a brink. Pay attention. If we lose here, we lose everything. You'll still have a job, buddy. You're fine. Let's see. I felt this before, so I know. After all, only those who get fired up can compete on the world stage for being the best. But how can I get fired up right now? Who is this new me? See, and you know, actually, the funny thing is I can't really relate. Well, actually, no, I can. I think it's because my fire hasn't never necessarily been overly consistent, because I think my directives and my goals as an individual have always been rather fluid. And if you're wondering, Pencil, what on earth are you talking about? So, I wanted to be really fast in track. So I trained until I was really fast in track, relative to me and my team, until I was on the 4x1 and 4x2 team. Bada bing, bada boom, good. I didn't pursue track in college. But then I shifted to what I was already doing, which was keep my grades high so I could succeed really well in college. I did that. And then I shifted to doing really well in my master's. Then I shifted to doing really well in like education or in my actual professional field, so I can like get promotions and be respected. And I've like my things have always shifted, and obviously now I've shifted towards content creation, like making good quality content for people on the internet. Like ultimately, my fire, my motivation, it's always been burning. But since it's so broad and vague, it just burns everything. Which sounds bad, like it's not like a wildfire, but it kind of consumes all aspects. So I've never really had to worry about I've had to reinvent myself. I've had to recontextualize myself and my motivations and my actions and how I do things. But the motivation to do, the motivation to be, the motivation to do better and be better and work harder, that's never necessarily left me. I've gotten lazier in some aspects, definitely. But that laziness comes from reallocation of energy towards other things. Like, I sleep a lot more because I'm literally exhausted. But let's see. Who is this new me? But I do like that Nagi is genuinely reflecting. He understands where he is. He understands that he's failing. He understands that he's lesser right now. But he's still trying to figure it out. And that's the thing. It's hard. It's hard to recontextualize, especially when you're in those weird shifting periods. Nagi obviously isn't. He's still playing soccer. But I feel like anyone who's gone through a transitioning period in your life, especially for my people who've gone from high school to college, especially if you didn't go to college nearby to your home, it's like a whole new experience. It's a whole new world. You need to figure out how you're going to define yourself, where you're going to define yourself, why you're going to define yourself. All these different things come to the forefront that you've never had to experience before. And Nagi, he's in that shifting position. Let's see. Who can believe I can become the world's best? You see, that's the thing. You got to be able to motivate yourself, dog. You have to be able to believe in yourself. Don't turn the botcha. Don't glaze yourself to the moon and back, but glaze yourself a bit. Glaze yourself a bit. Understand that you are you. And that comes with innate value in of itself. There is no other you. There will never be another you, specifically. You may have a person who looks exactly like you, that wanders this planet, wears the same face, but they aren't you. They don't have your name. They don't have your lineage. They don't have everything you have. Every single human being, despite there being over 8 billion of us now, we're all unique and different in our own way. And you've got to be able to recognize that and carry that with a sense of pride and determination. That should come from just, being human. Let's see. As expected, looks like this team thing doesn't work. We're in big trouble. Really? Reo, would you say that Agi, the guy who was trying to tell you that half measures will ruin you, and that you should either focus on the team or for your own goal? You mean to tell me that he was right? Wow, Reo. Wow, maybe you should listen to the guy who's more experienced than you. Shock horror. It's just crazy. Let's see. Reo. Well, the thing is, it did kind of work. It worked offensively. You got the goals this year. You got the assists. You got the value. Let's see. Reo. That's great. Let's do something exciting. Oh, Reo, put that tongue away, you freak. Let's see. Huh? Don't you feel excited? Ah, okay, calling back to Nagi reaching out to Reo. Let's see. If we score a goal now and turn it around, we'll be the center of the world. And yeah, until they score another goal on you. Once again, Reo with that freaky tongue, bro. But I do like how his aura is very specifically very tiny. It's so small in regards to everyone else's. Because I feel like it is, like, while the chameleon does work as an aura, and I've seen a lot of people call it, like, the best weapon in Blue Lock, it is one of the best. It is inherently fragile and small, in the sense that it will never be able to replicate anyone else to 100%. And unless he starts doing what I did with my own Blue Lock Lucy and start, like, Blue Lock OC, and so, like, fusing concepts together better than what he did with the Rin Toshi fusion or the Toshi Brothers fusion, he's kind of locked. We'll see. We'll be the center of the world. Reo, that's enough of a reason to get you fired up, right, genius? Reo, you became strong. To become the world's best with you. Oh, okay. To become the world's best with you, I'll become anything. They aren't even allegations, gang. They aren't even allegations. It's just fact. It's BL, alright. And I ain't talking about Blue Lock. Let's see. You're strong and dazzling. Okay, Nagi, once again, he hopping on everybody's meat. But alright, interesting. I do wonder if they're gonna lock in and win. Obviously, with Bachira having his goals already and Otoya getting his goals already, their value's fine. Who cares about the Doberman guy? He can get sacked. No one really cares. So technically, Barcha and Bachira are perfectly fine to lose this game for Nagi and Reo's comeback and development. But ultimately, I still feel like they should lose. I feel like they should lose, or Nagi should have to feed Reo a goal in order to let Nagi realize that ultimately falling back on Reo, relying on Reo fully, expecting Reo to be his motivation, and instead of producing his own motivation, all that, it just isn't good enough. Nagi, you need to become your own man one way or another. And while you may think you won't, I think you have to. But we'll see. I want to thank you so much for watching. If you made it all the way to... Oh, wait. Once again, for the character writing, a W chapter. But I want to thank you so much for watching. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, please leave best ballers. Yeah, I said it. Leave best ballers in the comment section down below. And thank you so much for watching. Please remember to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure that the notification bell so you don't miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, you can have a Patreon down below where you support me for as low as $1, get a month, down month, things like exclusive videos, early content, and more. Also, now become a member of the channel for as low as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. So those perks include the live reactions here, the series I happen to review, and variations of all my videos, and if you become a $25 Patreon or a $25 member, you can order whatever video you want. Also, I have a link to my Ko-Fi in the description down below where you can drop 5 beans for a short video, 29 beans for a long video, or any beans at all. Any support is always greatly appreciated. Now, I'd like to thank you so much for watching. Once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is the Nagi of the Pencil, writing off. I'd like to thank you to our sketch tier members: Greyhound, Eternal Flame, Red Bull 4765, Astro, Super Flame Zero, Glacier XZ, Zeta, Brandon Payne, J2MA, Gyomi, Yuki Ally, Buddha Uda, Azo2404, Planet Grown, G Prosper, and Striker Man. Then I'd like to thank you to our line art tier patrons: Sean, Nirvana Igneel, Midnight Lord 21, Kevin Encarnacion, and A+A. Then I'd like to give a big old thank you to our ink tier members: Fine, Austin Wimberly, A Uchiha, Carlo Alimo, and Grim. And I'd like to give a massive thank you to our digital art tier members: J Warrior and AZ Void. Then I'd like to give a genuine thank you to our colored art tier patrons: Joaquin Munoz and Joaquin Munoz. And finally, I gotta give the biggest, juiciest, heftiest, and most meaty, sloppiest thank you to our glorious, ultimate, that guy with a pencil tier patron, Calvin Elder.